Namaskar, good morning to all dignitaries, guests and delegates. It gives me immense pleasure to extend to you a very warm welcome on behalf of Sultan Ul Ulum College of Pharmacy, Climate Research Solution, Indian Pharmaceutical Association and Association of Community Pharmacists of India, who has clubbed all of us for this international symposium on medication Hyderabad. The BPharm program is accredited by the NBA. SUCP is renowned for imparting quality pharmacy education with excellent results and has special distinction of producing 8 university gold medalists. Climate Research Solutions is a research organization with expertise in providing research solutions in various fields like medical writing, clinical research, pharmacovigilance, and data analytics. Climate furnishes services in various fields such as research consultations, career consultancy, project management, regulatory affairs, events, conferences, courses, and training. Indian Pharmaceutical Association (IPA) is the national body representing over 1 million pharmacists and pharmaceutical scientists from industry, academia, regulatory, hospital, and community pharmacy and work to meet India's healthcare needs. IPA is a non-governmental organization that has been in official relationships with the International Pharmaceutical Federation and World Health Organization. IPA is a member of Drug Technical Advisory Board, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. IPA has been awarded Best Professional Organization Award 2015 by Indian Association Congress. IPA is recognized as a leader of pharmacy at national level. Association of Community Pharmacists of India, ACPI, is a non-profit professional organization started with an aim to provide patient safety by pharmaceutical care. ACPI believes it is the responsibility of pharmacy profession to establish norms and standards of pharmacy practice and to provide with appropriate knowledge to the patients so that they become intelligent users of drug. So to begin with the inaugural program, may I start with inviting our honorable dignitaries onto the dais. I would like to request Janab Muhammad Waliullah Sahab, Chairman, Sultan Ul Ulum College of Sultan Ul Ulum Educational Society, to kindly occupy the chair on dais. Our students, Ahmed Ali and Kasif Khan, will be escorting Chairman Sir. Thank you, sir. I request Ashifta Fatima, our BPharm final year student, to offer bouquet to Chairman, sir. We are honored to have with us today's chief guest, Dr. T.V. Narayana Garu, President, Indian Pharmaceutical Association. I request Janab Zafar Javed Saab, Honorary Secretary, Sultan Ul Ulum Educational Society, occupy the chair on dais. Okay. Of honor, Dr. Rao Vadlamudi Garu, President, Commonwealth Pharmacist Association, to kindly occupy the chair on dais. Our students Ahmed Ali and Akramuddin will escort sir. Thank you, sir. I request Sania Masood to offer bouquet to sir. I request Janab Zafar Javed Sir, Honorary Secretary, Sultan Ul Ulum Educational Society, to kindly occupy the chair on dais. Our students Ibrahim Khan and Kashif Khan will escort sir, and I request Maha Misbah to offer bouquet to sir. Thank you, sir. I invite Janab Mir Akbar Ali Khan Sahab, Treasurer, Sultan Ul Ulum Educational Society, Chairman, Governing Council, Sultan Ul Ulum College of Pharmacy, to kindly occupy the chair on dais. Thank you, sir. I request Janab Masood Abdul Khadir Saab, Joint Secretary. I invite Dr. Ajit Singh, CEO, Climate Research Solutions, to kindly occupy the chair on dais. And I request Nazia Fatima to present. I invite Dr. Kanav Kera, National Secretary. Now I request Dr. Anupama Koniragaru, Principal, Sultan Ululum College of Pharmacy, to kindly occupy the chair on dais. Thank you, ma'am. Before we start with any good thing, we first pray to Almighty to attend us. I call upon our final year student, B.Pharm, Mohammad Rehan Ahmad, to recite the Qiraat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان صدق الله العظيم. Translation. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious and the most merciful. Ar-Rahman, the most merciful, taught Quran, created man and taught him eloquence. The sun and the moon move by precise calculation. Thank you.
ISMTM. Medication therapy management is a service provided by healthcare providers to ensure the best outcomes for patients. The service includes the most effective use of current drug therapy, the most cost-effective strategy for the patient, and addresses issues of polypharmacy, preventable adverse events, medication adherence, and medication misuse. It provides improved clinical outcomes and also drives high patient satisfaction. International Symposium for Medication Therapy Management is a global conference that brings the brightest and most prolific minds worldwide to discuss the challenges and solutions on MTM. Sultan Ululum College of Pharmacy, in association with Climate Research Solutions, in collaboration with Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Association of Community Pharmacists of India, World Youth Heart Federation, and International Federation of Medication Therapy Management is glad to conduct International Symposium for Medication Therapy Management, ISMTM 2021. I request Dr. Anupama Koniragaru, Principal, Sultan Ululum College of Pharmacy, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good morning to all. It gives immense pleasure to welcome the first hybrid conference of pharma colleges or pharma fraternity in India. I think I'm right in that, sir. This is the first hybrid conference of pharma. On behalf of Sultan Ululum College of Pharmacy, Climate Research Solutions, Indian Pharmaceutical Association and Association of Community Pharmacists of India, I take this privilege in welcoming the 600 plus delegates, in which more than 300 are here offline and the rest online, for whom, and also beyond the registered delegates, the whole process is, the program for 2 days will be live streamed to anybody who can watch from any part of the world. I welcome all the delegates, and on behalf of all the delegates, management and all the organizers, the various organizers, I take the privilege in, actually I should say, I take the privilege in bothering our two chief guests today, Dr. T.V. Narayan, President, Indian Pharmaceutical Association, and Dr. Rao Vadlamudi, President, Commonwealth Pharmacists Association of both of them are, this is the first time, and they agreed to come to the live conference. Though there are so many organizations post-COVID, just like opening up, but we are very grateful to them that they've agreed, they said yes to us. Thank you, sirs, and a hearty welcome to you to Sultan College of Pharmacy. I welcome our honorary board members who are always ready to support us in whatever endeavors each institution in the campus takes up, and they're always there to check till late in the evening and also come early and check whether we are doing things right or not or any support is required. I welcome our chairman, Mr. Waliullah Sahab, our vice chairman, Mr. S.A. Wahab Sahab, our secretary, Mr. Zafar Javed Sahab. He said, I have to see what you have done. He said, sir, please trust us. I think, sir, maybe we could stand up to your expectations in doing this organization. Otherwise, sir is very meticulous about whether we are following the social distancing in the audience also, and what are all the precautions. So our team had briefed yesterday also, late evening also, to sir what is being done. I take privilege in welcoming our Joint Secretary, Mr. Masood Abdul Khadir Sahab, who is like high-grade motivator for us, or pushing us to do our best in not only this institution, in other institutions also. So I associate with sir in another college too, wherein day to day, sir, I have to update sir how I am progressing in the other institutions also. Thank you, all of you, sir. And for College of Pharmacy, Chairman, Governing Council, Dr. Mir Akbar Ali Khan Sahab, who had been Chairman, Governing Council since the inception of the college from 1997, and founder and treasurer of the Sultan Ulum Education Society. The small least I could say about sir is there in every conference and he'll attend all the sessions also, even at this age. Age is just a number for our Chairman, Governing Council, Dr. Mir Akbar Ali Khan Sahab. And it's a pleasure working with Dr. Kanav Khera, Assistant Professor, Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and Dr. Ajit Singh, CEO of Climed Research Solutions. What had started 2 months back as just a venue partner, and we are really privileged to be associating with you, especially last 1 week. I think even they forgot they belong to which organization. They and their team are working like Sultan Ulum College of Pharmacy, and we are working as Association of Community Pharmacists of India and Climed Research Solutions. So it is all that team effort that we have done in the last few days is something which is being showcased, and I welcome all the delegates, speakers from various institutions, heads of institutions of our campus colleges, HODs, and all our faculty members, principals of other institutions, press, and all my staff, teaching, non-teaching, who had been striving hard, and the student volunteers. It's a privilege to welcome you all to this hybrid conference, which is live being watched also by the registered online delegates through their Zoom sessions, and also, Google Meet sessions, and we have circulated the live streaming so that anybody, anywhere can see. Once again, welcome you all. We hope you will have a wonderful stay, all the delegates in these and the speakers for the next 2 days. Thank you.
To the chief guests and our great personalities on the dais and off the dais, and who could not come personally here due to the uncertain academic reasons and academic schedules, and joining us virtually for this prestigious International Symposium on Medication Therapy Management 2021. I welcome everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank the management of the host institute for the wonderful opportunity, venue, arrangements, and supporting us throughout the planning and preparations. I feel like home, as Dr. Anupama just told. I feel like home, how Dr. Anupama and her team has treated me and my team here for last 6 days. I wholeheartedly thanking you, madam, And I thank you, today's chief guest, Dr. T.V. Narana sir, President IPA, and guest of honor, Dr. Rao sir, and Dr. J.S. Giri sir, for accepting our invitation to grace this occasion. I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. Muhammad Waliullah, Chairman, Sultan Ulum Educational Society, and other members of the society for providing us the facility. Thank you, sir. As Dr. Kanav Khera has described in his MTM talk, it's very important. I must say, it is very important subject to practice to improve the healthcare related outcomes in the patient and for the society as well. MTM is practiced mandatory in many developed countries like USA, Australia, and Canada. So, we, being into the pharmacy education in India, should promote it and encourage our people to practice it, right? I am very happy to announce that CLIMAD is taking the lead forward and going to establish International Federation for Medication Therapy Management, IFMTM. You can see this is in our the partnering, as one of the partner. So we are establishing the centers in India, where national-wide consortium will be formed and will help with the help of experts and eminent personalities in the healthcare system. As MTM is a collaborative practice, we'll be inviting all the stakeholders from national and international platforms to work together and enhance the MTM practice and pharmacy profession. Being the Chief Executive Officer at CLIMAD, I am very proud that we are capable of standing with the students in this pandemic, where many students and professionals lost their opportunities, and we are providing the affordable education with no quality compromise. Last year, we have conducted a 3 months free course in basics of cardiac pharmacology, where we are proudly say in India, no one has touched that number. We got 11,000 plus participants in this course. It was free of cost for everyone. And those participants were from 24 countries, not only India. It was the international course. In our 2 years journey, we have connected with 50,000 plus satisfied students and professionals. Currently, we are in collaboration with more than 100 pharmacy colleges under various type of MOUs in India and extending our full support. I am very happy to invite you all to join CLIMAD Research Solutions in various programs. Dr. Tarun Rache, our director here, he is actually Hyderabad based, so he will be taking care of all the South Indian region for these collaborations and work. And I would like to thank our all organizing partners, especially IPA and ACPI and WIHF, GMHA, and other 18 partnering institutes from Pan India, and their leaders who came up to support us in this hybrid mode. We have Assam Downtown University from Assam Guwahati, the northeast partner of India. We have Gitanjali University from Rajasthan, Udaipur. We have ISF College of Pharmacy from Moga, Punjab, and other top-notch colleges like D.Y. Patil Institute of Pharmacy, Pune, Bharatiya Vidyapeeth, Pune College of Pharmacy, Pune, Sarda Vilas College of Pharmacy, Mysore, Alamein College of Pharmacy, Bengaluru, Dayanand Sagar University, Bengaluru, IFTM and Integral University from Uttar Pradesh, G. Pulla Reddy, St. Paul's and St. Peter's, and Gokaraju Rangaraju College of Pharmacy as the local institute from Hyderabad. And we have Wales University from the Tamil Nadu as well, and other premium partners. This grand event was not possible without the participants who are joining us for the conference and participating in various scientific competitions here at ISMTM. So, Madam just has given me the number. There are around 70 oral presentations online and 70 offline oral presentations and poster presentations, and 70 online poster presentations, not only oral, poster presentations as well, 70. So there are around 200 abstract presentations in last 3 days we are conducting online and offline, and today as well. So I would like to thank our 600 plus participants for making this hybrid event a very successful one. I will end my thanking note here by thanking our local support under the supervision of Dr. Anupama and the team members at CLIMAD who are tirelessly working day and night for last 1 week. Thank you all and have a good and learningful day. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable information. We would request Dr. Kanav Khera, National Secretary, Association of Community Pharmacists of India, to share his knowledge on MTM.
Thank you one and all. And first of all, I would like to congratulate the team Sultan Ulum College of Pharmacy and Climate Research team for such a mega event, and I would like to thank the whole management out there for supporting this event and believing in us. And myself, Dr. Karam, on behalf of Association of Community Pharmacy of India, I'm the National Secretary, so I'm representing ACPI. So I think all the leaders has given their views. So from my association side, I would like to convey the message, like by the end of this event, this mega event, I think in the COVID time, we are opening up and everyone is opening up now. So the message which I would like to give is that everyone should come forward to help and contribute to the society. If every one of us out there takes a pledge as a pharmacist, as a clinical pharmacist, or as a researcher to help at least one person every day, I think we can change the whole society and we can change our pharmacy profession as such. So that is what the whole motive of MTM is all about, to bring together everyone, to help each other and to serve the society. So on behalf of Association of Community, I again wholeheartedly thank everyone out there, and believe me, I am visiting Hyderabad and I had seen the campus. It's looked like the second home. I was talking to ma'am also under leadership of Dr. Anupama. It looked like after Manipal it is my second home. It's the atmosphere, what we can see, a lavish green campus. I congratulate you all. You are studying here under ma'am's leadership, a dynamic leadership. It's a beautiful campus, and thank you all of you for hosting us. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir, for the words of wisdom. We would now take the opportunity to invite our guest of honor, Dr. Rao Vadlamudi Garu, President, Commonwealth Pharmacist Association, to enlighten the audience with his worthy words. Dr. Rao Vadlamudi Garu obtained his graduate and postgraduate degree in pharmaceutical sciences from Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. Sir then went to secure his Master in Science and Doctorate in Pharmacology and Toxicology from University of British Columbia, Vancouver, Canada. Dr. Vadlamudi Garu has guided 26 MPharm, 2 PhD graduates, and served as an examiner for MPharm and PhD thesis for several Indian universities. He authored and co-authored 25 research publications, 22 poster and oral presentations, and delivered more than 75 invited lectures on various topics related to drug discovery and development, scientific writing, and careers for pharmacy graduates. Dr. Rao Vadlamudi Garu's contribution to Indian Pharmaceutical Association is also noteworthy, his most defining achievement being with Indian Journal of Pharmaceutical Sciences, IGPS. Sir has almost single-handedly overhauled the journal, taking it to newer heights and making it one of the most sought-after journals by researchers from across the globe. An articulate and engaging communicator, Dr. Rao Garu has been invited to deliver lectures at several prestigious forums. His attention to detail and ability to simplify even the most complex problems on hand has made Dr. Rao Vadlamudi Garu an indispensable asset to most of the important committees and focus groups of IPA. Dr. Rao Vadlamudi Garu was awarded the prestigious Eminent Pharmacist Award in 2013 and Fellowship of the Indian Pharmaceutical Association in 2000. He has been received several other awards, including Dr. B.N. Ghosh Memorial Oration Award of the Indian Pharmacological Society in 2005 and the prestigious Professor M.L. Khurana Memorial Lecture Award of the IPA in 2009 at the Indian Pharmaceutical Congress, Ahmedabad. I invite Sir to address the gathering. Thank you.
Very good morning to you all. It's indeed, somebody was making a mention in the morning that the pandemic has made tremendous changes in the way we act, the way we behave, and more importantly, for me and my colleague Dr. T.V. Narayan, who is the President of Indian Pharmaceutical Association, we used to be present at least at least one function per week, sometimes 2 functions per week pre-pandemic. And after the 1.5 years or 1 year and 9 months, whatever This is the first program in person we are attending, so we even forgot, you know, how to wear our tie and how to wear our jacket, and, you know, and internet online conferences, the best thing is that you wear your jacket, but down below you have your pajamas, you know, and we sit in front of the, you know, the screen, and always, whenever you do something and you don't want others to see, you switch off your video. Here, I feel, you know, just standing in front of you frozen because I can't switch off my video right now, you know. It's always a pleasure for me to be here in Sultanul Ulum College. You know, one of the biggest reasons for that is the warmth of the management, and Anupama makes a huge difference. Jafar Javed Sahab, you know, he makes us feel at home. These guys are saying that it's second home and all that, you know, but we consider that it's our first home, right? And when Anupama asked me, can you come? I said, no problem, I'll come, you know, and is Dr. T.V. Narayana coming? You know, Dr. T.V. Narayana traveled last night, you know, reached around 11 o'clock because of flight delays and all that, whatnot. There was a huge rain in Rajahmundry, you know, the airport was flooded, and then his flight took off after the water receded and stuff like that. I met him for a brief, you know, half an hour or so in the night. We made all these efforts to come. For me, it's the longest 1.5 kilometers from my home here. So I haven't traveled that distance in recent times, so makes a huge difference. Okay. The conference, medication therapy management, which is a buzzword what we use, we hear, we practice. It sounds very nice to say MTM, you know, but honestly speaking, we don't know anything about it. You know, we only talk about it. Pharmacy as an education has, you know, pharmaceutical sciences and pharmacy practice. These two, when you combine together, that means a B.Pharm, M.Pharm, PhD, PharmD together, it touches every realm of healthcare. Right from research into medicines, research into pathophysiology of diseases, research into novel medicines, research into how to develop them, how to regulate them, how to approve them, how to manufacture them, how to transport them, how to regulate the medicines, you know, the regulatory aspects, how to quality control them. And then the pharmacy practice aspects, that how you dispense them, and how do you dispense them and give it to patient with proper advice that the patient gets best of best outcomes. And how you play a major role in healthcare settings and healthcare teams, and working towards improving outcomes, therapeutic outcomes, and advising governments, advising health bodies like WHO in generating standards of treatment, etc. So pharmacist has a role, tremendous role. So we should all be proud of being a pharmacist. Either we are in pharmaceutical sciences or in pharmacy practice. However, having said all these things, and in our country, with more than 2,000, 2,500 institutes, graduating pharmacists at different levels like diplomas, graduates, PharmDs, PhDs, masters, and probably we now have almost like about 1.5 million pharmacists registered in the country, and we have 1.5 billion, 1.4 billion population. So we can even come to a magic number of we have one pharmacist per 1,000 population, whatever I have heard recently. We have to ask ourselves a question: are we really there? Are we impacting human health? Are we really creating value to the patient as a pharmacist? If we ask that question to ourselves, Why don't ask that question to yourself? You're too young. You're just getting in there. I have to ask that question to myself because I had 40 years of pharmacy practice in pharmacy profession. I was in teaching, I was in industry, I was in research of drugs. I have been talking on platforms, motivating students, etc. Have I really impacted the life of a patient? Probably I have to say that I haven't done so, right? I haven't really done so, right? So Dr. Ajit Singh has mentioned that, each one of us should do our little bit and then impact a patient per day, then we can make a huge difference. You said or your colleague said? Okay, one of them, because I met them, both of them today, so I get confused. Doesn't matter, but these are the golden words spoken. The medication therapy management is more in how you practice it because it is an evidence-based system where pharmacists can impact. There is a lot of evidence. In medication therapy management, pharmacists play a tremendous role. And where medication therapy management was applied, there are clear goals reached, like health indicators, like lowering of blood pressure, or lowering of LDL, or lowering of glycosylated hemoglobin. I'm talking about non-communicable diseases which are chronic, hypertension, ischemic cardiac disease, or dyslipidemia, or diabetes mellitus, and where the patient management, the patient lifestyle management, the patient therapy management, with an intention to bring these indices down to normal such that the quality of life of the patient improves, such that there is a better outcome. That is medication therapy management. In a very practical sense, we all can do it. But there is GPP, good pharmacy practices, indicate that medication therapy management is a part of practice, but however, for that, the pharmacist has to be up to date and understand what is the current practices and what is evidence-based outcomes of various medicines, various diagnostic tests, what do they exactly tell? We have to understand that. And how you monitor health parameters. It's very important because the status of a patient is how you monitor. Today, we pharmacists don't monitor those. We go to a doctor and then he prescribes a series of tests, and we go to Vijaya Diagnostics or some other diagnostics and they give you the results, and you take it to the physician and he looks at it and he says that this is good, this is bad, this is blah, 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 and I'm changing your prescription. You really don't know why you are changing the prescription, But as a pharmacist, you study that, you read that, and you advise the patient saying that your medications are doing a ton of good, so you should adhere to that, such that they continue to do that good to you, So this is the confidence that you induce in the patient and indicate to him that his treatment or his prescription is the right one and he is taking correctly, or correct those things if they are not the right ones. That is medication therapy management, So it's all, if we have to understand that, we have to be up to date. We have to keep ourselves, up to date and with the current practices, golden standards or, standard treatments and standard diagnostics, everything. We have to have that information about the drugs, about the, how to use them, etc., such that we can play a role in the team that provides, medication therapy management, either in a hospital setting or in a community setting where you yourself would lead it along with patients and patient carers, I think this conference gives you an idea about how it is to be done such that you people can practice that and create a lot of evidence of how it works and how a pharmacist can make an impact. And with the pharmacist, how the medication therapy management is more effective compared to similar situations where pharmacist is absent, because that is very important for our profession. We have to establish that we are necessary for the health care, for the human well-being. we are integral part and important part of national health policy. If you guys know about national health policy, 5 years ago, the national health policy was when created. First, a pharmacist's name appeared twice in a 150-page document. So that also tells how important pharmacist in the views of government. We have to change it, because we can't blame anybody for not understanding the role of the pharmacist. We have to blame ourselves. Pharmacists have to create that value and evidence that they do a ton of good to the patients, that it becomes indispensable, pharmacy profession becomes indispensable, and policymakers and the government has no other option but to accept pharmacists and put him in that role. For that you need the knowledge, and I believe that this conference would provide that knowledge with the array of colorful speakers here as well as on the internet. And I wish you all the best. Happy learning. Be a very knowledgeable pharmacist and continue to be knowledgeable, continue to update yourself to impact patients, impact the citizens around you, your friends, family, and other people. And I once again thank the management for giving me this opportunity. It is a wonderful opportunity for me to be here sharing my thoughts. I hope I haven't forgotten how to speak after 1.5 years of silence or staying at home. If you all agree with me, say hi, yes. If you don't, stay silent, doesn't matter. You might have also forgotten how to be in public platforms, all these days. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity. Don't ask that question to yourself. You're too young. You're just getting in there. I have to ask that question to myself because I had 40 years of pharmacy practice in pharmacy profession. I was in teaching, I was in industry, I was in research of drugs. I have been talking on platforms, motivating students, etc. Have I really impacted the life of a patient? Probably I have to say that I haven't done so, right? I haven't really done so, right? So Dr. Ajit Singh has mentioned that, each one of us should do our little bit and then impact a patient per day, then we can make a huge difference. You said or your colleague said? Okay, one of them, because I met them, both of them today, so I get confused. Doesn't matter, but these are the golden words spoken. The medication therapy management is more in how you practice it, because it is an evidence-based system where pharmacists can impact. There is a lot of evidence. In medication therapy management, pharmacists play a tremendous role, and where medication therapy management was applied, there are clear goals reached, like health indicators, like lowering of blood pressure, or lowering of LDL, or lowering of glycosylated hemoglobin. I'm talking about non-communicable diseases which are chronic, hypertension, ischemic cardiac disease, or dyslipidemia, or diabetes mellitus, and where the patient management, the patient lifestyle management, the patient therapy management, with an intention to bring these indices down to normal such that the quality of life of the patient improves, such that there is a better outcome. That is medication therapy management. In a very practical sense, we all can do it. But there is GPP, good pharmacy practices, indicate that medication therapy management is a part of practice, but however, for that, the pharmacist has to be up to date and understand what is the current practices and what is evidence-based outcomes of various medicines, various diagnostic tests, what do they exactly tell? We have to understand that. And how you monitor health parameters. It's very important because the status of a patient is how you monitor. Today, we pharmacists don't monitor those. We go to a doctor and then he prescribes a series of tests, and we go to Vijaya Diagnostics or some other diagnostics and they give you the results, and you take it to the physician and he looks at it and he says that this is good, this is bad, this is blah, 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 and I'm changing your prescription. You really don't know why you are changing the prescription, But as a pharmacist, you study that, you read that, and you advise the patient saying that your medications are doing a ton of good, so you should adhere to that. Such that they continue to do that good to you. So this is the confidence that you induce in the patient and indicate to him that his treatment or his prescription is the right one and he is taking correctly, or correct those things if they are not the right ones. That is medication therapy management. So it's all, if we have to understand that, we have to be up to date. We have to keep ourselves, up to date and with the current practices, golden standards or, standard treatments and standard diagnostics, everything. We have to have that information about the drugs, about the, how to use them, etc., such that we can play a role in the team that provides, medication therapy management, either in a hospital setting or in a community setting where you yourself would lead it along with patients and patient carers. I think this conference gives you an idea about how it is to be done, such that you people can practice that and create a lot of evidence of how it works and how a pharmacist can make an impact. And with the pharmacist, how the medication therapy management is more effective compared to similar situations where pharmacist is absent, because that is very important for our profession. We have to establish that we are necessary for the health care, for the human well-being. We are integral part and important part of national health policy. If you guys know about national health policy, 5 years ago, the national health policy was when created. First, a pharmacist's name appeared twice in a 150-page document. So that also tells how important pharmacist in the views of government. We have to change it, because we can't blame anybody for not understanding the role of the pharmacist. We have to blame ourselves. Pharmacists have to create that value and evidence that they do a ton of good to the patients, that it becomes indispensable, pharmacy profession becomes indispensable, and policymakers and the government has no other option but to accept pharmacists and put him in that role. For that you need the knowledge, and I believe that this conference would provide that knowledge with the array of colorful speakers here as well as on the internet. And I wish you all the best. Happy learning. Be a very knowledgeable pharmacist and continue to be knowledgeable, continue to update yourself to impact patients, impact the citizens around you, your friends, family, and other people. And I once again thank the management for giving me this opportunity. It is a wonderful opportunity for me to be here sharing my thoughts. I hope I haven't forgotten how to speak after 1.5 years of silence or staying at home. If you all agree with me, say hi, yes. If you don't, stay silent, doesn't matter. You might have also forgotten how to be in public platforms, all these days. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
The pleasure of listening to the words of Janab Zafar Javed Saab. Zafar Javed Saab is Honorary Secretary of Sultan Ul Ulum Educational Society, National Convener of Islamic Development Jeddah, India, General Secretary of Federation of AP Minority Educational Institutions, Honorary Secretary of Dr. Zakir Hussain Group of Institutions, Vijayawada, Chairman of Hyderabad Presidency Degree and PG College, Chairman of Regency College of Hotel Management, Director of Secunderabad Urban Cooperative Bank Limited, and Advisor to All India Muslim Educational Society, Calicut. Sir received award by the Department of Minorities Welfare, Government of Andhra Pradesh for his contribution towards education in 2008. I now request Janab Zafar Javed Saab to address the gathering.
Chief guest of today's International Symposium, our good friend and President of IPA, Dr. T.V. Narayan Garu, our well-wisher, friend, neighbor, Dr. Rao Vatlamuri Garu, Honorable Chairman, Sultanlum Education Society, Janab Muhammad Waliullah Sahab, Mr. Ajit Singh, Mr. Kanav Khera, my distinguished colleagues on the dais, the Principal College of Pharmacy, Professor Anupama Ji, members of the faculty, students, delegates, and my friends from the press. As my predecessors have mentioned, it's a gap of almost 2 years that we all are physically meeting, and meeting on an extremely relevant, pertinent, and important topic of medication therapy management. It's a topic very well chosen by the College of Pharmacy because in India, we highly lack in this area, and we have to travel a long distance and emulate the more advanced countries like the America, Canada, and the European countries. This is one area where we've been immensely lagging behind. There is no medication therapy management in this country. There's a huge gap between monitoring the medication prescribed and the reactions and the therapy management. So it's, I think it at a very initial stages that this science is there in this country, and we rapidly need to progress in this area. And today's symposium would be a small beginning in this direction, where very eminent speakers from the field of pharmacy would be addressing you and speaking to you in the next 2 days. I'm very confident that in these 2 days, you're going to immensely benefit, because it's going to open new avenues, and you would be gaining fresh insights into these areas. And with such eminent speakers addressing you, it's going to be very knowledgeable sessions, and I hope and pray that you really enjoy your 2-day stay in Sultanlum. I hope you are taken good care of by the College of Pharmacy, the staff, and you would really immensely benefit from this. I wish you all happy learning for the next 2 days, and thank you, delegates, for having participated in this symposium. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your influential message. Dr. T.V. Narayan Garu is an iconic figure in the field of pharmacy profession, particularly pharmacy education, with a rare blend of academic excellence, entrepreneurship, organizational and management skills, leadership qualities, and above all, an everlasting enthusiasm to serve the field of pharmacy and pharmacy education. Sir completed his B.Pharm, M.Pharm from Andhra University and M.Phil and Ph.D. from Acharya Nagarjuna University. Sir was a state and national merit scholarship holder and the winner of Sri B.V. Patil Trust Memorial Scholarship for securing first seat in B.Pharm in AU in 1980. Sir is having more than 30 years of rich experience in the fields of teaching, research and administration, and is currently working as Director of Vikas Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Rajahmundry, AP. Recently, Sir has been conferred with prestigious international award of FAPA, Federation of Asian Pharmacist Association, in the Pharma Education category. Dr. T.V. Narayan Garu is elected unanimously as National President of Indian Pharmaceutical Association for the term 2018 to 20, and elected unanimously as General Secretary of Indian Pharmaceutical Congress Association 2019 to 22 for the consecutive third term. Sir was also elected unanimously as President of Southeast Asian Region Pharma Forum for the term 2020 to 2022. He is the Board of Director of Asian Association of Schools of Pharmacy and also a member of Drug Technical Advisory Board, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. During his tenure as National President, IPA, he brought many changes in IPA and made IPA more vibrant and visible at national and international level. We would now request Dr. T.V. Narayana Garu, President, Indian Pharmaceutical Association, to enlighten the audience with his worthy words. I welcome you, sir.
Thanks for the nice introduction. And as everybody pointed out, particularly my senior and my former president of IPA, Dr. Rao, we lost the habit of standing for any conference, speaking, only everything become online. But my sister Anupama made it possible. She brought us on one platform here. I am happy to share the dais here after a long gap of almost 18 months. Respected Muhammad Waliullah Sahab, Chairman of this prestigious Sultan Ulum Group of Colleges, and our good friend, Honorary Secretary Sri Jafar Javed Sahab, and other members of the society, and Dr. Rao Vadlamudi, President, Commonwealth Pharmacist Association, and Dr. Ajit Singh, CEO of Climate Research Solutions, and Dr. Kanav Kaire, Secretary of Association of Community Pharmacists of India, and Principal Dr. Anupama Koneru, teachers, teaching staff from this college and other colleges, students of various colleges, principals. Good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon. So it's my privilege and honor to be here on the occasion of this 3 days international symposium on medication therapy management organized by Sultan Ulum College of Pharmacy and Climate Research Solutions and Association of Community Pharmacists of India and Indian Pharmaceutical Association. I think Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Telangana State Branch, Central, okay. Then it is the right time I participated here because it is organized by IPA, that too during the National Pharmacy Week. And before coming to our topic, just I want to, about IPA, everybody is knowing about IPA and don't want to take much of your time. But during this last, from 22nd of March 2020, we faced many things during this pandemic situation. And almost it destroyed, this coronavirus destroyed all sectors, including several individual lives. But only 2 sectors survived during this COVID-19. One is IT, second is pharmacy. That is the strength of our pharmacy profession. Feel proud to be a pharmacist. That's what I want to say, all the people who are here. And even we lost so many friends, so many family members, professional friends, and we have to remember the sacrifices made by the pharmacists during this COVID-19 pandemic. Everybody is saying, ministers are telling, there are 6 lakhs doctors worked during this COVID-19, around 3 lakhs nurses worked, and around 8 lakh government officials worked during this COVID-19. But the highest number worked is the pharmacists during this COVID-19, that is around 12 lakhs. More than 12 lakhs. Around 10 lakh pharmacies opened throughout the day, 24/7. More than 2 lakh industry personals worked 25/7, and they made the drugs available to the common public. And more than 2,000 regulators, 1,500 central state regulators and around 500 central regulators worked day and night. And 65,000 teachers also worked taking classes online during this COVID-19. And around 50,000 hospital pharmacists are working in various hospitals, government sector. They work during this. So we should feel proud. Our contribution recognized by the government and also by the society during this COVID-19 pandemic. Though it is not a situation to remember, but it made the society to remember the services rendered by the pharmacists during this COVID-19 pandemic. And as rightly pointed out by Dr. Rao sir, this time in national health policy, the pharmacist word came twice. Earlier, there is no pharmacist word in the national health policy. The word of technicians is there, nurses is there, and pharmacist word is not there. But now it was there. That was the effort of all the pharmacy associations and recognition given by the ministry. And I am happy during this COVID-19 pandemic, several associations started approaching Indian Pharmaceutical Association, and government organizations also started approaching Indian Pharmaceutical Association, and even press and media also. I was invited online programs for the press and media also. So we are happy on behalf of IPA. What are the services rendered by IPA to the society and to the profession? I am happy during this last couple of years. And whatever the hard work done by my former presidents, right from Modlamudi Rao Vandal, now we are able to gain something from the government recognition. That's what I am expecting. And I am happy to announce to you, the long pending dream project of IPA building is ready, and shortly by next month we are inaugurating that building. It is one of the biggest building of any professional organization that is in Mumbai. Around 8 crores we are able to mobilize and constructed the building, and that is one big achievement. And also this National Pharmacy Week, keeping the recognition of IPA and pharmacy role, NPW, we are scheduled in the month of November. Every year it is in the third week of November, but now we decided we can, throughout the year, we can organize this. And the theme of this NPW is pharmacist, an integral part of healthcare. That's what the theme chosen this year. I think this matches with the present symposium, international symposium also, that is medication therapy management. Whatever we say, in the Indian scenario, the pharmacist or pharmacist role, so-called so many years, is not recognized, and we have not proved also. Because most of our pharmacists are community pharmacists and diploma qualification, and they were not trained properly. The syllabus is still year 91 we are studying now. Now it has changed year 2021. And 90% pharmacists not available in the shops also. And though they are available, they are bothered of their business. They consider it as a trade, not as a profession when compared with the developed countries. My appeal to Association of Community Pharmacists of India, and Kanav Kere is there, and Nagappa is here, better to train the community pharmacist, give proper training in any area instead of, okay, in addition to the colleges. Even that area we have to focus and train the community pharmacist and tell the importance of the pharmacy services to the society. Why the society is not recognizing us? Because we are not giving any service. You are taking the prescription, taking the money and giving the tablet. You are not advising how to do, what to do after taking the tablet, how to use the tablet, either before meals or after meals, or what are the adverse effects. Suppose if you use it for a long term, what are the side effects? Most of the kidney failure cases are due to excess usage of medicine. So these are the things we have to highlight. That is from community pharmacists. At least pharmacy, I am very happy. The colleges are taking care and the pharmacy professionals are working in hospitals. Doctors started recognizing the services of pharmacy graduates. So the pharmacy is, the students are doing wonderful work. I am very happy, and they were trained very well also. They are bridging the gap between the doctor and patient. But community pharmacy, still that lacuna is there, that huge gap is there. We have to take some initiation. Even IPA, we have a community pharmacy division. Even we can collaborate, start working together and try to bridge this gap. That's what I want to request ACPI. And already told that curriculum is not trained diploma holders, but now the new curriculum has come from this year onwards. The diploma in pharmacy syllabus has been changed. It is a good initiative taken by the Pharmacy Council of India. Thanks to Dr. Suresh, his efforts has brought the new curriculum to our country. And internationally, if you take about this medication therapy management, there are 10% of deaths even in a well-furnished and well-established hospitals. Though it is an excellent infrastructure and a well-established hospital and well-equipped hospital, the deaths are there 10% due to this medication errors. Yeah, and this medication errors, one example I will tell you. The drug is required but not prescribed. The drug is prescribed but not required. The drug is prescribed either in high dose or low dose. These are the chances and possibilities of the medication errors. The intervention of a pharmacist in these areas reduces deaths by 25%. That's what WHO says. This is where we, being the pharmacists, we have to play our role. This is service orientation, practice oriented profession. But don't think that our industry oriented people are neglected. Industry oriented people, industries are taken care by B.Pharma and our M.Pharma students. We have to give a clear-cut demarcation. Yeah, B.Pharma and M.Pharma, we are preparing them for industry needs, and PharmD, we are preparing them for practice needs. Again, in B.Pharma and M.Pharma, the council has changed the syllabus and they have given industrial training compulsory on par with PharmD, how they are doing training in the hospitals. And B.Pharm and M.Pharm, those who are interested in to go to industry, feel proud. Our industry, already everybody is telling India is the hub of pharma industry. Wherever you go in the world, we are considered as the pharmacy, particularly Hyderabad is the hub of pharmacy. So jobs are available, but you should be serious in your M.Pharma, particularly in the project work. Don't try for the shortcut methods, because the people tried for the shortcut methods. This our integrity is questioned by the industry people. That's what I want to advise the M.Pharm people and B.Pharm people. And B.Pharm and M.Pharm, if you feel that you are not getting the job, only PharmD are getting, don't worry, you come to me, I will get you a job in 2 days of time. That's what I assure you on behalf of Indian Pharmaceutical Association. Those who are interested, okay? And this is coming to the problem of medication therapy management. We are a long way to go in India particularly. Thanks to at least Climate Solutions, they have come forward and trying to give training to the students. Yeah, because when international seminars, when we attended, latest words, telehealth, digital health, so many things we are hearing where pharmacists can do wonders. And this medication therapy management, what is the importance? If you take the deaths due to non-communicable diseases, it is around 4 million per year. If the life-saving drugs or essential drugs were not made available to the patients suffering with NCD, the deaths are 4 million. And hospital deaths also there. If you take this COVID-19 pandemic situation, the deaths due to NCD reduced drastically by more than 50%, because the patients stopped going to the hospital during this COVID-19. Because of lockdown, hospitals were closed. So you can clearly imagine the deaths are because of hospital-acquired diseases or acquired infections or medication errors. Now, everybody, old geriatric patient, they started going to the medical shop directly and taking the medicine. Or even the pharmacist started supplying medicine to their doorsteps. That is the services given by the pharmacist. Now, because they got huge amount of profit during this pandemic, pharmacists started sitting in the medical shop nowadays. That's a very good sign. And the deaths due to this NCD, I told you already, and the deaths due to medication errors, the deaths due to overusage of the medicine, the deaths due to the protocol or dosage regimen given by the doctor. It is the duty of the pharmacist to verify, and he can educate the patient or guide the patient whether he is taking the medicine properly or not. So here the pharmacoeconomic issue also be there. Patient can save a lot of money if he follows the advices given by the pharmacist. That is what happening in the developed countries. But now shortly it also come to India. That's what I am expecting. We the professionals, we are expecting good days are going to come. About this training, this was not covered in our program syllabus. You have to attend these seminars, update yourself. Otherwise, just for with the bookish knowledge, you will be outdated. That's what I want to advise the students. Try to attend this type of important seminars. Try to interact with the speakers. Try to gain some knowledge out of this seminar. It is not like I have attended this seminar, this is my certificate of presence and all, it is of no use. How much you are gaining, that's what I want to advise the student. And also I thank the resource persons came here all the 3 days with their expertise, trying to give or disseminate the knowledge what they gained to train the students. I thank you on behalf of Indian Pharmaceutical Sciences Association, all the resource persons who came forward. And I wish this 3 days conference, almost whatever organized by Anupama, it will be a grand success only. There is no doubt in it, because she got a excellent support from the management people. And I too feel it is my first home only, not second home. I too feel it is my first home, that too in Sultan Ulum College. I wish these 3 days seminar or symposium will give you something. You go home with something in your mind on medication therapy management, which is the future of our profession. That's what I want to advise you people. My best wishes. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Thank you.